to scan pictures. And when you're scanning pictures, there's a couple of things you'd want to do. So reflect on the space and the location of objects within the pictures. This is very, very important. We'll have an example of this in a second. Then you have depth, where the vanishing point might be. Really work on absorbing what you see on the screen in front of you and thinking through, the nature of that picture and its visual nature. The width and the length. Reflect on these things. And the spaces between objects. And then also the negative space. So one thing you can think about is doing this with the Mona Lisa. So, you can think of the vanishing point and the depth and really allow your mind to wander through there. You can imagine walking into the painting and walking to that vanishing point. Now, obviously, walking towards the vanishing point means that the vanishing point goes away from you. But imagine that you actually could go to that vanishing point. And you can imagine visually that journey, reaching out and touching it and what it would feel like, right? This is a great way to bring together a visual exercise with a kinesthetic exercise, a physical memory exercise. And you'll notice, there's this kind of road there and this water. And, I'm not an art expert, but the vanishing point is pretty clear. And you could just imagine, getting in a boat and maybe heading on over there. And then in terms of the distance between things and so forth, you can just spend some time thinking about, the distance between the nose and the top of the head and the nose down to here, and all of those sort of Da Vinci calculations, right? So half of a half, and et cetera, et cetera. And there's all kinds of ways to play around with that and think of the length. The head is supposed to be somewhat reproduced, I think 8 times throughout the body, and so on. So it's been a while since I took the Da Vinci drawing course, but there's a number of calculations that you can make, and you can reproduce them there just by looking at art. And then, of course, the other thing that you can do is think about the negative space. So as you're looking at a piece of art like this, you can think, that there's this shape around Mona Lisa here. And it's almost like you would just focus on that and imagine that she wasn't there at all. And think about what that shape is. That's a great little exercise to do. It makes one think of that hourglass painting in a sense, which is quite interesting. Think of what other shapes could be there. And that's another visual exercise, is substitution. So what could you substitute here? That can be a great and powerful exercise.